Knock knock. Who's there? 2019! Ah! I could not believe you guys. Do you understand how long I've been waiting for it to be 2019? Oh my god, I was so over it from like months ago. But it is here, and I thought, what a better way than to end the week with a video, the first video of the year. Oh my god, you guys. Last year was interesting. Okay, let's just get candid and honest, okay? I'm gonna get very honest in this video. Oh, did I go out like this? Oh my god, did I? I had something on top. Anyway, let me get down to eye level. Alright, so last year was like a growth year type of thing, you get? So like, obviously the year before, like I had a heartbreak, broke up from my ex, and it just went into like a spiral. And then when it was 2018, I vowed to just concentrate on me. And I did that. And something happened this year. Last year. So I was seeing somebody and everything was okay. And then we went to like a workshop, like a Ayanla Van Sant type workshop. Her name is Jean Lloyd. And after that, just everything just was like put into perspective for me. And usually, how do I say this? Okay, you know when you get in, I don't know if you do it, but me, when I've got into situations or relationships or whatever, I've always kind of been scared to speak because I didn't really want to push the person away. And then when you're seeing someone, I never wanted to say what I truly felt, even if I felt disrespected or whatever, because I would feel like that person likes me and I don't know if I'm going to find someone that likes me like the way they like me. So I would tolerate it and I'll just suck it up, and then obviously things don't happen, and then it just gets worse when you don't talk about things out loud. And it's like, I always had this mentality that like I was lucky for anyone to speak to me rather than someone else be lucky that they're even in my presence. That makes sense. I never valued myself like that in that aspect. So I always would preach about self-worth and knowing your worth and not accepting this. But I never ever took my own flipping advice, you know. So this was like the first situation that I was in where I just decided that this person isn't for me. And it was just like a feeling. It was like, I never just woke up and was like, you know what? This isn't for me. Like, oh my God. It was things that led up to that the person was doing. But it's just, the person was older than me. And they were just a bit more complacent in certain ways and certain thoughts. And I was willing to sacrifice myself and what I wanted and what my needs were and what I expected from someone just to compromise on what they wanted. And that is awful, because when you're getting into a situation, like, you two should already, the underlying things, there should be certain things that you should go into a situation with that you should never ever compromise on. Do you know what I mean? And mine always has been like, I've always wanted to progress into marriage or whatever, and this person didn't believe in that, and neither did they want kids, because they just got to a certain age and it was like and it's fair for them to get to that point where they don't, because they're older than me, so they had a number of years to come to that conclusion, but I'm not at that conclusion. And I was just thinking, like, what's the point of building a foundation onto something if we haven't even got anything to be building for? I mean, I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone for 10, 15, 20 years and not have it. I'm sorry, for me, marriage is actually important to me. And not even for the religious aspect of it, but just for the vow of it. And I feel like that is what I deserve for myself. Like, I deserve for someone to want to be with me for the rest of their life. I shouldn't have to justify my wanting into getting married. It should be the fact that someone's like, fucking hell, yeah, of course I'm going to marry you. Like, why wouldn't I? Do you know what I mean? And I always second guess myself when I was in situations like that with people, because they would always make me feel like just because they're at a certain place or it's something that they didn't want, they would naturally make me feel like me wanting it is wrong. And that's a it's a very awful thing when people manipulate you like that in order for you to satisfy their needs rather than your wants and your needs. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I ended that. And it was the first time that I like took control of myself. Like, this is not for me. I never allowed someone to end it, or I never allowed someone just to manipulate me to me thinking that it's going somewhere and it's not, and going with the flow and all this rubbish. I was like, no, I'm not doing this, because if I'm going to end up being with you, I'm going to end up resenting you because I wouldn't feel fulfilled. And that's powerful, you know. So I'm very proud of that. That's like one of the biggest things that I learned last year. And I had last year was just a big growth for me. One thing that I really, really, really want to do is, if I had one wish, it would probably be to stop procrastinating. I hate the fact that I procrastinate. I hate the fact that I say I haven't got time to do things, and I really do have time. Like, you have time to go on Instagram and all of these social media outlets, and you don't have time to do the things that matter to you, you know, that you want to do. And it's that time where I just start really putting all the focus into things that truly matter to me, and stop putting it off. So I said, like, this year, like, I finally feel like I've got like a fire inside me. I've never had the fire before. I've always said I wanted to, and there's always something that distracts me, but I have like a fire to really succeed in what I really want to do. So this year is going to be fulfilling that fire, and nurturing that fire, and developing and releasing. What else? You guys, last year as well. So obviously, anyone that knows me knows that, like, I don't befriend exes, and when I finish something, I finished it. I don't talk, I'm done. Last year, I did something amazing. I pulled my ex's, the one cheated on me, you know, his boyfriend aside, and I spoke to him. And bear in mind that his boyfriend and I were friends, actually. We were friends before. We weren't friends, like the best of friends, but we were good. Like, I would see him and like we would talk. We've spent time together and everything before, like. So I saw him, and I was like, oh, touch it, I'm going to go and talk to him. And I just pulled him aside, and we just had like a really nice, decent conversation. And I feel like that just shows the growth in me, because I would never think that I would be that person. And it actually made me come to the conclusion that, like, you know what? If my ex got married to this person, I would so go to his wedding. And I was like, Gina, what is happening to you? It's because I don't think I have any more hate in my heart anymore. Like, I'm not hurt anymore. I'm not bitter. I don't have a grudge. I don't know. I feel like because I'm a better place with myself, it makes it more easier for me just to live and let live. Like, it was what it was, and it was an experience that literally opened my eyes, and it really did change my life, because I didn't know what heartbreak was. That fucking just hurt me. Like, that 2017, the ending of that was awful for me. Awful. Was absolutely awful. And like, something happened at the end of it, and it made me feel like it just was like, well, it's nothing less than I deserve anyway. I'll talk about that like maybe later, but not now. I'm not really ready to talk about that to the public, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just feel different, and it's nice. So if anything, I feel like people should just, if you take anything away from this video, because I feel like I'm probably murmuring, it doesn't even make sense. Just like, if you have gone through anything, or you're going through something, or you feel like you can't get over something, or you're never going to get over something, or you're so heartbroken, or you don't ever think this is going to happen for you, trust me, like, use me as an example. Like, if you watch those videos, you can see how hurt when I was like, he cheated. And oh my God, I was doing a tirade of videos there, like 6 months on, and talking about my ex this, and how I was attracted to him here, and blah, blah. And honestly, like, it's not even that deep. Like, I can see him, and I could definitely, you're right, how are you? No, we don't need to go into too much conversation, actually. I mean, because there's no need for it. I don't, you know, but I don't really care. Like, I'm not hurt or anything. Like, I've never got over something like that and come to this conclusion where I can be so fine with seeing my ex and his partner. I've never been in that thing. I used to be so hateful before and be like, why is it that they can move on and I'm still here single? Why is it fair for me to, oh my God, all the time, oh my God, victim, 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 victim. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, once you allow yourself to be a victim, you have lost all power and all rights for your self-control, because it's just like pity party. Pity party, pity, pity party me. Oh, no, 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 no. I would never, ever be a victim for anybody. You go through stuff and you get through it. Like, that's how life is. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to allow yourself to reach that light. You have to see that light. You have to aim for that light. And you have to get to a point where you're just like, you know what? I'm done. It's finished. And just learn to handle situations differently, because, oh my God, I've been like a confrontational person in my life, you know. If I don't like something, boom, and like, I'll be at you like, yeah, you this, and I just am not that person. Like, I just, you know, like a peaceful life. Very peaceful. No matter what people see, I go out, and yes, when I'm out, I turn up. I get down and dirty. I sweat like I'm the Niagara Falls, because that is my purpose. I'm fulfilling my purpose. You may see my Instagram, may see some nudes. Yes, I love taking a picture. People don't understand, yeah. It's not just about vanity or me showing off my body. Like, there's always a reason to things, right? And every nude that I've taken has been a journey into self-acceptance in myself. I've had such bad body confidence, you know, like, oh my God. And it's a way that I have to face myself, you know, face things that I have had trouble with dealing. And to everyone else, it may look, oh, you're this, you ain't got no excuse, you're fine, you're this. But you don't know what individual people deal with, you know. And that has always been my release. So I've created what I found as a flaw, and I've managed to turn it into my own personal art, and I love it. So I love it. I'm so excited about this year, man. So excited. Some growth is such a beautiful thing, you know. Like, to be able to grow, reflect, analyze, it's an amazing thing. So if there's anything that you can take from here, sometimes you feel like, oh, you don't achieve this, you didn't get this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. But sometimes you have to just look at your self-development. That is like that's the only magic you need, to be honest. It's just to be able to reflect and be like, oh my God, I'm different from last year to the year before. And just look at ways that you've changed, things that you could do better in communicating wise, into learning more about yourself, and anything that makes you happy and that fulfills you. Because that is the ultimate goal. Like, you're not meant to leave this world unfulfilled. So it's really important that you go for whatever you want to go for. And it's so fearful, trust me. Like, I've procrastinated and put off so much because of the fear of it, because I'm scared how people perceive it, because I'm scared of what people would think, because I'm scared of like maybe it wouldn't take off, maybe it wouldn't be successful. But that is not the point. You're just meant to do. Just do. It's so funny how we have impulses for things that don't matter. Like, I have an impulse to just go clubbing. I have an impulse to just buy this and go here and do that and eat this. But when it's stuff that you really, really are passionate about and people really want to do, ooh, that's when you're so scared. Oh, life is something else, man. Yeah. You guys, I hope you had an amazing new year. And I cannot wait to keep growing with yous. My God, it's so... I don't know what I would do without YouTube, to be honest. YouTube has really helped me. Like, a lot. It's such a beautiful release. I always tell people, if you want to get on YouTube, you guys, do it. Like, get on it. Get on it. Chatbot. Hi. Nonsense. But anyway, this is enough of this murmuring video. That's a bit of my 2019 in reflective. And I'm going to be back with another video. So let me end this one. And yeah.